Shoyo Maru was built in Japan in 1969. She was sold and briefly became the Marcus, before being sold again in 1980 and becoming the Giannis D. The 280-foot long freighter had 2 forward holds, with her accommodation, bridge and engine room all in the stern superstructure. She struck Abu Nuhas in April 1983 whilst carrying timber south to Saudi Arabia, the Yemen. This side scan image shows her laid at the foot of the reef in a little over 24 metres of water. Her bow is intact, the remains of her holds are clearly visible, and there's her intact stern section. Liveaboard dive boats will moor in the lee of the reef, which means a short Zodiac ride out and rolling into the water directly above the wreck. Come off her stern and you'll soon see why Giannis D is so popular with photographers. Just forward of those afterdeck winches is this little doorway. It's not quite at seabed level. Swim up through the passage, turn right, and you'll come out into the top of the engine room. That's about here. Underneath you will be the main engines, and a little deeper will be this fantastic little machine room. Torch can be useful in here, very useful, but it's not absolutely essential. Going deeper and into the machine room, there's this lathe. This pillar drill. And this bench and vise. Back in the engine room proper, the generators, and all of the associated equipment you would expect to see. Look up, and the entire engine room is full of hatchet fish. You can actually get into the engine room this way if you prefer. Swim down through the engine room louvers, which are just ahead of Giannis D's funnel. When you're ready to leave the engine room, swim up this companionway and turn left through this doorway into the main accommodation. Swim forward a little way, and on your left, this hatch used to be at the top of a set of stairs which you can still make out. Directly opposite will be a second hatch. And directly opposite that, a third hatch. And this brings you out into the bridge. Swim forward through those windows, that's those windows here, and you're ready to swim the length of Giannis D. It's a fair way, so keep an eye on your gas. These are the remains of her hull bottom. This is her centre island, and just beyond is the bow itself. Look more closely, and her load markers are still clearly visible. Swim around the bow, and there's her foremast, still standing proud. These days, it's a haven for marine life. When you're ready, retrace your fin strokes, and you'll be back to the stern section of the wreck. There's still plenty to see. Make sure that you find the iconic D on the funnel of Giannis D before ascending the A-frame, which is where you'll find your Zodiacs ready to take you back to the liveaboard. Alternatively, you can swim back. It'll take you 20 to 25 minutes, but the reef on the corner of Abu Nuhas is absolutely pristine.